drinks. Okay. All right. So this is Earth, the Harvard of Worlds, and will Hollywood survive the AI apocalypse or the AI invasion? Probably not. Not in this form currently. So as for the is this planet the Harvard of Worlds? Well, it's a university. It doesn't mean it's not corrupt. Doesn't mean it doesn't have its problems. But there is something we can get out of it at some point. Obviously, there's a lot of people here that are going through a lot when they need some kind of God to rule over them, or be their parent. So that they appointed. So it's this. Obviously there's many. They need a space Jesus that looks like a supermodel. Yeah. Yeah, some of that's narcissism going on. So especially those that are supposedly teaching some kind of spiritual manipulation. So it's the soul needs entertainment. Is this a Harvard? I don't know. It all depends. Not everybody agrees with that, but anyway, not to go too much into that. And also, is this? We are trying to find something about ourselves or where it might be. We'll find it eventually. For whatever reason. There's just no hurry, apparently. Of course, some of us are here to wake up people on different levels, not just on the alien spiritual side, but also just reality in general. Because there's a lot of people here that are just in delusional mania. It's just, you can see that in the spiritual communities. They need a space Jesus of some kind. They need Jesus in general. It's like, geez, really? If you're at that level, you got a long ways to go. You need Jesus in your life. I mean, come on, the guy is, he's got some major issues. I mean, yeah, you might have issues yourself, but you need to give your power away just like that. More power to you on that one. This is why many keep coming back until they snap out of the whatever the psychosis they're going through. It's unfortunate. Gotta do what you gotta do, huh? Also, the Hollywood invasion. So it's already falling apart currently, obviously. So in the AI stuff, it's just we're just giving more tools to do this stuff at home. So you can do your own productions. All you need is actors. Even the AI stuff is creating its own actors to some level. So it's not quite there yet. But it's made some vast improvements the past couple of years. So we're going to see. It's like the music industry is the music industry could be better, but it's like they're all singing the same song. It's really bizarre. But then again, you have your people that can make their own stuff. You just don't hear much about them. You can say some of the there's always messages that need to be said, but whatever. The Hollywood implosion. You already see with the actors not so interesting anymore. Now I have these influencers, TikTok and wherever it might be. Instagram's like I guess that's like I'm not gonna go into that. Yeah. A land of manipulation. For a bunch of defenseless souls are clueless, lonely people. It's definitely a version of the collapse, not a complete collapse. The movie theaters, that's a funny one. They're still hanging in there. I don't know. It might just get less and less in the future. I have no desire to go to those things anymore. In the past, not that I had a desire in the past, But just like it was convenient in 2020 happened, then it's kind of like let go of a lot of stuff and just not necessary anymore. So anyway, it's all kind of falling apart. Not quickly, yeah. I mean, newspapers are still around, which is because they are, manipulation. So they have to keep something going on there. But a lot of that has died. So in music industry, it's just there's a bunch of spell work at this. At least the major, maybe not all of it, obviously, but there's the private labels. Yeah, you just don't hear too much about it. And of course, I don't know. Yeah, it's just a different climate now. I don't keep up with that. But the Hollywood, that right there is a spell, energy, sorcerer, frequency. It'll still exist, but nothing like it is right now. Yeah, it just takes a while for a giant to fall. So, like I said, the streaming like Netflix is not the savior because there's a lot of demonic stuff there. Like was it cuties or something like that? So yeah, it's got a lot of issues still. Obviously, somebody's gonna sell itself out. um, obviously, right? Can't live without that. So hopefully it gives some people some, because all this wizardry starts to break down, but it's still up to humanity to take back your power. So of course, with so many people giving their power away for some kind of Jesus or some kind of God, still got a long ways to go. You're just not out of the woods yet. It's just not, because they're just not, well, they're just not ready to let go of the parent or someone that's in charge of them. So forget it that way. Whatever. Oh yeah, isn't the world supposed to get better next year? Supposed to get our superpowers, right? By the guy that goes to the gym too many times. Yeah, it really shows. SimonToad.com, my prior sessions. The schedule. And we have the shop here. Details. Yeah, it's funny. So to get our the solar flare is supposed to happen. It's supposed to get our powers and whatever. You have a lifetime at a gym membership that you'll never go to. But, yeah, some people have been to the gym so many times it really shows mentally that they're just believing in their whatever they're believing in, becoming a Jesus basically, which is so messed up. Guys, this will have. Is there any chance for this place at all? Some people, yeah. Others just keep coming back and coming back. It just can't seem to get it together. So, all right, whoever works. So, all right, so we'll go to the Harvard of Worlds, or like I said, you don't have to always look at it that way, but whatever, that's one way of looking at it. But just tap into it and see what else comes of that. I don't know what that comes to mind. One of the Space Jesus people, it's like a bunch of them. There's so many of them now. I just can't keep up with them all. But they said don't trust the astral or whatever it is. And this is coming from a Space Jesus person. But if you're already kind of checked out in a wild land, I mean, no matter who you tap into, you're going to get some kind of bizarreness. So some kind of delusion. So it doesn't really matter where you tap into. Whatever, just Space Jesus will be there to tuck you in at night. That's all that matters. Jeez. Oh yeah, that's right. The white hats are supposed to come save us. It's always somebody saving us, right? The white hats, Space Jesus, whatever we got our hands on. Jeez, really, it just gets better and better. Yeah, the white hats are winning. Yeah, sure. It's a sad world out there. Save yourself. Maybe it's always looking for somebody to save them. What is that? Oh well. So whatever we got. Yeah, you're just going to do that for as long as you need to do it. If it needs to be for millions and trillions of years, hey, it's all yours. That's your card. Yeah, the rest of us to be on the beach in poverty, being made fun of because our lives are not exactly up to everyone's standards, but at least we're not chasing Jesus around. We're kind of created God or what the hell it is. So, loveliness. All right. Okay. All right. Can I to Harvard of Worlds or Astral Realms? I need to give us some clarity on that. And then the Hollywood implosion. Whoever needs to speak of that. So, Mary Poppins. Green Sphere, the consciousness of astral. One moment. Yeah, it's all depends on your intentions of what you. Somebody wants the cake and eat it scenarios. As for this world being a Harvard of worlds, well, it's it's capable of becoming to what it is today. It's strong enough to be a complicated mess, a backwards planet. And some of you might have contributed to it. Yes, you might be making fun of it to some level, even also not exactly living, the life that you want either. Some of you contribute to not necessarily is a bad thing. It's just that you have knowledge to seed into this world for others to learn. So basically, it's like a teacher. This is your curriculum. Doesn't mean you're out challenging people, but there is some, I'll just leave that up for interpretation. But this planet, there's always going to be a world like this to some level. Yes, many are worse than this one. Even ones that are more difficult. It's funny with worlds like that. They talk about spirituality and the aliens and all that, but then also they say you're not getting out of here either. That's not your scapegoat. Here they just deny it. They just deny the aliens are here and give you a religion that is filled with flaws and connected to your deep state and so on. Mind control and all that. It's not quite at the point of revealing itself. And it can tell you it can't tell you everything, but it can tell you a lot about what it's hiding, and not that you can do anything about it. It's not quite there yet, as you can see. Or like the whole Catholic manipulations that's going on, but without going into all the details, all the controversies they've had. It's just like kind of being straight with society. It's just not. It's the world's not ready. I mean, it's not just human consciousness. Yeah, but just all the planet isn't ready for that yet. It just isn't. It's still going through its own, healing, its own, growth. So it has no problem for those that are not aware of all. Of course, many of you incarnated here so many times to go through, to get to where you are. And, it doesn't mean you're done with this planet yet. It's meaning that many of you that might be tired of this reality are still going to assist it at some level. It doesn't have to be a physical level. Because, there's a lot of souls here lost and going through a lot of challenges they probably don't even have to go through. So there is a lot of compassion energy there to assist those. So you wonder why certain people have their name out there. It's like here, why they have some kind of popularity, just to put their hand out there. It's like, if you need help energetically, I'm there. Even if I'm not there physically anymore. Give you some insight into that. It's like, it's like, you're damned I'm coming back to this planet, but I will still help you guys out if you need it. On an energy level. Here's my card. That's about it. That's all you're going to get. Not a physical interaction. Not that you're getting a physical one. Not really. It's more of an energetic anyway. You just, but I think you understand that. So the Harvard of planets, the convoluted planet, the world that's lost more than others usually, is the backwards world, done on purpose, to go as slow as possible, to go as far back, not too far back. You're not in the Stone Age, you kind of are to some level. that has a lot to do with the souls that are coming here that are just not, they're just getting here. They don't understand, not to say all of you understand it, but they're just not at the level. Sometimes you have to slow down the bus. Yeah, for those that are just not quite, because, there's lessons, challenges here and that a lot of souls can benefit from. Yeah, it's complicated. Yes, it can move up to the higher dimensions, but there's so many to learn from this world. That's what slows down to where it is for others to jump on while it's still here. Yeah, it's not going to last forever. It will eventually cease to exist. And that's another reason why some of you are here currently. Put your energy here, know what you need to do, because you're part of like the next 200-300 years, whatever it is. I'm not going to reveal it here. Of basically this world closing down at some point. And some of you are actually assisting that. It's like, it's not just your last life. Some of you are like to assist because you have knowledge of this world, of basically slowly closing it out, but in a right way. Where you can say nobody gets trapped here, not that they would, but some are known for that. So to give you a bit of more insight. Now, when that's going to occur is still up in the air. And we can't bring it up here for obvious reasons. So that's just all things come to an end eventually. Not just your own incarnation, but just a planet like this can only give. It's only, yeah, as you can see, there's only so much it can do. So once again, go back to the Harvard of Worlds. It's however you want to label it, but it just basically has backward knowledge. Of just opening up the lower astral, learning from it. If you need to get sucked into the lower realms, that's up to you. But it's just basically balancing out your insecurities and bringing in inner strength. Not that you'll keep it forever, but it's like, what you lost here? What are you looking for? That's difficult. That's very difficult to answer. It's like, you can say it's a fractal of your self. Usually it comes from an ancient time, or just it's like you're warning something about yourself that either you've forgotten or you chose to forget, or you just never knew it was there. So look at it that way. It's like some of you are putting it like it's like having like changing careers, being here, or a change of point of view. It's like you're warning more about who you are. Of course, we can't go into all detail, of course. Kind of defeats the whole purpose of being here. Even if we did tell you, you'll just have to, you'll probably get kicked off of this planet and go somewhere else. It might be some time before you start to dig into what you're doing right now. So, because you have to, even on a higher level, kind of forget what you're looking for. Like you have some idea, yeah, but it's kind of like the less you know, the better, because it's the journey of finding it. Like they're choose your own adventures. It was like, what path you take to get to what you're looking for within yourself. You're going to make it harder for yourself. You're going to make it easier. What is it you're going to do? Do you need this person in your life? You don't need that person in your life. It's all kind of up in the air. Yeah, it might be you have a purpose of connecting to certain people, but it doesn't mean you're going to keep them around. You might keep them around for a couple of whatever years or days or whatever it is. So yeah, just because you have it mapped out in the astral realm doesn't mean it all occurs here exactly. So there are some points in your life that will occur. Yes. You're seeing some of that now. Greens use the Hollywood consciousness. Yes, connected to the elite wizard frequencies, Atlanteans of your past, even some Lemurian, but mostly Atlanteans that figure they can program your world, and they do. And use it to go through abuse, especially the feminine, also the masculine, just abuse of everyone, lowering the standards of society, programming it to a certain level, bring out a fantasy realm that doesn't really exist, or or glorifying the past, like when they're remaking, civil wars, whatever it might be. Of course, it got more gritty, which In some ways, that's still not helping because it's kind of like, they can actually make a film and actually get injure people. I mean, it can be attack on the people. So it's how, yeah, it's theater, of course, and theater is here to heal. It's just the theater currently, the Hollywood theater, it's more like a weapon, as you can see, and that weapon can only last for so long. Yes, there's holes in it. So the AI consciousness, yes, not perfect, but they did not see it coming, and they can't stop it. So AI has a consciousness connected to it. So it's like, yes, it can be weaponized to a certain level, but those of you that are, if it's becoming more accessible to your common man, as you are already seeing currently, like with this broadcast and others. So the common man is getting back their power. You could say, if you want it, it's not going to be an easy fight, though. Just because you can do these things similar to them, they may have the same quality. Doesn't really matter. The message really matters. But it is a thought. You say the thought that counts. And again, they have all this millions of dollars, and that's not. It's like a very expensive nothing. So sometimes less is more. And that you're going back to your roots and going more into the truth of humanity, your soul, bring your soul. So there's actually a renaissance occurring. Yes, as Hollywood burns. Yes, eventually. It's not quite there yet, but some of these infrastructures have to die. And that one it won't be at the same length. It still exists. It will be seen as a relic, almost laughable of how pathetic it has been, even throughout its history. There's been some good, of course, but there's been a lot of bad, and a lot of that will come out. And that's what some of you will tap into, even make some kind of film or whatever it is about how corrupt they are. Eventually. There'd be certain ways of saying it, just for some truths that are necessary. Also, some religious energies to be tapped into. Also, basically, just have a whole different outlook on things. Yeah, definitely the religions are going. Some of you just like bring the aliens and religion together, things like that would be fascinating. It will piss off a lot of people, but there are areas that some of you are connected to. So, Andromeda is connected to your biblical times and so on. Heal the religion, not to insult it. Of course, they might call it an insult, but if your intentions are to heal it, yeah, you're not going to make everyone happy. Because some of you are under that spell also. Truly under that spell, whilst all has really no faith in themselves at all. They have faith, but not in themselves. Now, they're kind of told they have faith in themselves, but do they really believe it? So this is a time, yeah. So all this technology is really, you can call it tools, you can call it almost a weapon, but more defense or however you want to work. Basically, a weapon of truth, you can say, not to harm others, but all this technology is just to help humanity realize yourself. That's all it is. It's not used always the best. It's not a perfect world, as you can see, but all of this is about humanity being able to put their voice out there, as you're seeing currently. You never thought television would start to down, and not anybody can make their own. It might be a cheap version, but it doesn't matter. It's really just put yourself out there. Whoever thought that was going to happen. So more is to come, and become easier over time.